Good day, all. Thank you for joining today's conference, which not only serves as a match preview, but we also have the lead selector of Cricket West Indies, Mr. Desmond Hanes, available to speak with you, the media. I'm going to ask that if you have questions prepared, that you please indicate by raising your hand in the Zoom group chat. We are going to take questions in chronological order. However, I'm only going to be able to take 2 questions from any particular journalist at a time. That's just due to the amount of persons that I see present in the chat. However, if we have time left at the back end, we will be willing to take more questions. Today's session is a hybrid session. So there's a camera that's in front of the lead selector and the head coach that they will be speaking directly into, while I will be facilitating the questions via my laptop. So I will shift the laptop so that you could see them. However, they will not be facing directly into the camera when answering the questions. First indication of questions that I'm seeing from today are Brandon Corlett. Brandon, please proceed.
Hi, good afternoon, lead selector and coach Phil Simmons. In terms of the squad selected for this New Zealand series, where do you, lead selector, think this squad is in a position in terms of representing the West Indies at the T20 World Cup? And do you think anything is missing or any sort of X factor is missing in the squad?
No, Brandon, I think that the squad that we selected for the T20 here, as you can see, we've had I think about 3 or 4 competitions that we've been involved in. And we believe that this group of guys, we believe that we must give them a chance and give them some more opportunities. And yes, but we are not going to say to you, well, yes, everybody that is playing this is going to be playing in the World Cup there, but at least we have to give these guys the opportunity to play here now and showcase their skills.
Finally from me, a word on Evan Lewis, Andrew Russell and Fabian Allen.
And this is to me again?
Yes.
Okay, well, Evan Lewis, he did not take the test up to date. Russell still not available. And who's the other name that you were asking?
Fabian Allen.
And Fabian Allen is still unavailable.
Okay, thank you.
Not a problem.
Ian Wayson.
Hi, good afternoon. Both to everyone, especially the coach and lead selector. I know you just touched on it, but of course, looking at the last series against India, clearly the West Indies were doing a lot of experimenting. And of course, I must ask if the West Indies management is any closer or have an idea how the team will look like, or if you have any 50% of the team already settled, or how is the team looking so far, looking towards the next few months for the World Cup?
Me again? No, but you see, you didn't state who you want to answer the question. Yeah. For me, yes, I think that we're looking at getting close to what we would like. We still had to experiment a little bit because of injuries, because of logistics, because of a lot of things that happened in the last couple of tours. But I would say that we're on our way. I don't like to put a percentage on it though, because then I think that is actually declaring your hand, because we're still hoping that guys will perform well and put the name up for the World Cup coming next year. Yeah.
And of course, also in terms of some of the bowlers, we still have Sheldon Cottrell. I'm not sure about his status yet with the injury. Of course, there's also Ocean Thomas. And an injury update, please, on Gudakesh Motie.
Yeah, Motie, I think it's his right thumb, right? So obviously it was not affect his bowling. But he's still a very good guy in the field. He's a very good fielder and so forth. So what we're going to do is that we're going to have a fitness test with naming in the squad to play against New Zealand in the ODIs in Barbados. So we're hoping that Moti will be good for those games.
Thanks. And Ocean Thomas and Sheldon Cottrell.
Sheldon Cottrell is still injured.
Okay. Ocean Thomas.
Ocean Thomas, I think Ocean was supposed to do a test here regarding his fitness, and he hasn't done it yet.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Junior Codlin.
Good afternoon, lead selector and head coach. Head coach first, then I'll ask the question of the chief selector. It has been a very tough time for the guys in the limited overs game, and questions have been asked of you. But you win a World Cup and you came shortly and win even a CPL. So how do you respond to those critics?
Look, everybody has different opinions. I take people's opinions. That everyone has one, and I look at what we are doing. I look at the process that we are following and the things that we're doing, and know that we're improving and in ways that we want to improve, and things will turn over in the right time. So I don't really take critics to heart. I look and see if it's constructive. If it's constructive, I try and use it. But if it's not and it's just degraded or something, I just let it flow.
Wonderful. Head selector, the team needs a rust and chase. Are you doing your best to make sure he's back representing the West Indies in all forms of the game as a spin bowler?
Yes, I think that Ralston is a very good cricketer. Ralston has done well at the highest level, and lost a little bit of form recently. But Ralston is injured at the moment, so he's not available for selection because he's injured.
Thank you, Chief.
The next indication I'm seeing is from Lennox Aldred, and it's actually the final raised hand that I'm seeing in the chat currently. So if you do have questions, I just want to urge you to please indicate so that we can just have an idea of how long the engagement is going and if we're ready for follow-ups. Lennox, please proceed. You'll be followed by Marshall Hewitt.
All right, greetings, Coach. This question is for Coach. I'm not sure if you've been following the athletics that has been going on from the Commonwealth Games to the Under-20 Championships, but the Caribbean, and in particular Jamaica, has been doing well. Now the West Indies team is in Kingston. We're celebrating 60 years, so the country's on a high, so to speak, based on the performance of our athletes. I'm sure the West Indies don't want to spoil that.
No, we're hoping to give you an anniversary celebration.
Well, I asked the same question to Brandon this morning, and he said that he's hoping to make the country smile again. I mean, you think that we can really get one over on this New Zealand team and just keep that good vibe going throughout this country and the Caribbean?
Well, I think the whole Caribbean is on a high because all Barbados had gold medal, Trinidad had gold medal, Jamaica as usual have a number of goals. So the whole Caribbean is on a high. So we keep trying to make sure that people, how much people around the world we represent are on a high. So that's never out of our focus. So we'll be trying to do that again over the next week.
Sanjay Myers, and currently this is the final indication I'm seeing. We do still have a little bit more time allotted, so if someone does have questions, please feel free to raise your hand now. Sanjay, go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. Coach and lead selector, are you guys a bit concerned that so many of the top players in the region, and I'm referring to Russell, Evan Lewis, Fabian Allen, are unavailable for whatever reason, heading into a World Cup a couple of months' time? Go ahead.
I look, I make it a point in my time as coach, in any way I've gone, I don't think that I should be begging people to play for their country. I think you want to represent West Indies, you make yourself available for West Indies cricket. Life has changed in that people have opportunities to go different places, and if they pick that over West Indies, then that's how it is. But it doesn't make sense me going out there and begging you to come and play for West Indies, because I don't know if you will come with as strong a heart as I want you to be here. So that's my opinion and that's my feeling on the situation of the guys who haven't made themselves available.
Okay, lead selector Hanes?
Yeah, I would love everyone to play for West Indies. I would love to make sure that, I would really like to make sure that all the guys make themselves available and playing, but you must realize that the guys got options now, and if guys are choosing other franchises, you know, in front of West Indies, well then we have to pick, you know, from who's available to us.
Okay, thank you.
Afternoon, coach, and lead selector. Coach, just to pick up on what you just answered, does it bother you that you have to be, what you say you don't know that you're going to ask me but in terms of when you used to play and now, does it bother you any at all that you have to be forcing people to
It hurts, and there's no other way to put it. As you say, the two of us have played for West Indies, so we know the passion that we played with and things. So it does hurt me, but as I said, what can you do? We have choices to make, and choices have been made.
So at this point, the players that are in this squad are going to be the people who have not been in the whole series so far. Are you going to be in there against you? They won't be considered going forward.
I can't say that. When we sit down to select the World Cup squad, then you know we take in consideration who has been there, and then we make a choice. Then.
Lead selector, the last one, 3 series, we lost them all. White ball cricket on a whole is not really our strength at the moment. The test team has been very consistent over the last couple of years. What are some of the differences you think that is causing, or what needs to be changed in this form to help the team back over the test team?
Yeah, I find that in the 50 over games, I find that we had a record of not really batting, 50 overs, for a long time. This is something that happened years, even before Phil. And I think that what we were trying to do at the beginning is to say, look, if we can get, some of the guys who are involved in the test team, getting into the 50 over games, I think that might be something to help us to look at building some, especially in the batting department, to help to make sure that we start looking at for some 300 runs total. But, we are on our way. We obviously, tried Bonner in India. We select Bonner in India. And we had also played Kemar Roach as well. We had him in the squad as well. So, we're still looking at people who are playing Test cricket to get them interested in the 50 over setup.